Hi friends, it's Camille. Welcome back to another process video. Today we are going to be working in 100 Days of Prayer again. We are on day 4. So what I usually do is read the devotional and then I'll mark anything that stands out to me. I also read through the scripture and then I write my prayer on the page of the book because I know I'm going to be covering it up with a cluster that looks something like this. And then I go to my typewriter and type up my prayer on a piece of cardstock, and then I can bring on all of the fun and beautiful crafty elements that I'll be layering on top. A couple things I have pulled. One is wax paper. I ran out of glassine or vellum, so I'm going to use wax paper instead. And then I have these alphabet stickers. I've been using these over the past couple days. You'll see them showing up in the last couple of spreads. And then I have these wildflower printables on clear sticker paper and this doily. I'll be pulling some other pieces as I start creating this and figure out what I want to look like, but these are the couple things I have to start with. So what I'm first going to do is cut out this prayer. In the comments, let me know if you guys are working through 100 Days of Prayer, and it is not too late to join us. If you want to pick up the book today, you could. It is available on Dayspring website, and then you can find it in some local bookstores and on Amazon. I believe it's sold out on Illustrated Faith's website, but they may restock it sometime soon. There's my prayer, and then I'm just going to take some wax paper and rip a piece off. I just start by taking that prayer and those main pieces I pulled to use and just start layering them, and then everything kind of comes together as I'm creating the page. Gonna cut out one of these guys. This is from the Wildflower devotional set. It happened about 1.5 years ago, I believe, and the digital set is still available in the Illustrated Faith Print and Pray shop. I will have this set linked below. It is very beautiful, and I just duplicated in Photoshop this one floral design and printed on clear sticker paper. With these 100-day projects, I try to keep them super simple, and I only spend about 10 minutes on each page. So I try to use supplies that I have out on my desk, and one thing that's great about these longer projects is that you can use stuff you have in your stash. So I've been using my Print and Pray shop stash. I have tons of sets printed out, and I don't use all of them in my Bible drilling pages. So I've been going through there, like this floral I have, and pulling out ones that I think will match the page because there's always paint or art marks already down, and I'll pull out some elements that will match and try to use them. I also love daily projects because they give me an opportunity to spend some time to create. I usually like doing them later in the day and just sitting down and getting my creative juices flowing. Like I said earlier, I read the devotional a separate time. So I usually read the devotional content and write my prayer on the page like you saw underneath here in the morning while I'm doing my Bible study. And then later in the day, I'll come back in and type my prayer out and do the creative part. Alrighty, I've got this ginormous floral, and I'm going to see how I can incorporate this on today's page. I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do here. I've got some of this fabric, and I feel like that pink matches the pink in the floral, so I'm going to cut a small piece of this, and then I'll take this over to my sewing machine after I put everything together and stitch that on. And then I have this pattern paper pack. This is from Making Homes, the Sunny Days collection. I've had this one for a while now. And I'm gonna see if there's some paper in here that I could use. This gold one might be kind of neat to put on. I think I'm gonna use this. So I just usually rip a piece off. I'm not a huge fan of using scissors. I usually just rip stuff. And then I can layer that underneath. I also have these stickers from the Fresh Bouquet collection by Making Homes and Crate Paper. So I might choose something off of here. This little butterfly is cute. Grace always reminds me of butterflies and birds, florals. So I sometimes try to choose things that match the topic of that day's devotional. Alright, so once I have everything down on my page, you can see just really roughly layered here, nothing put in place specifically. I'll start going in and putting everything where I want to keep it. I also take my glue tape roller and just put small amounts of glue onto the pieces that I'm going to layer. For this piece of fabric, usually before I go over to the sewing machine, I'll just put a staple in it to hold the piece together. So I do sometimes like to put these big elements like this floral, one that has bright colors, behind my glassine, wax paper, whatever I'm using. It kind of mutes the colors a little bit. I'm feeling like it's a lot with the doily and the fabric and the big floral, so I think I'm going to leave that out. And then I will just take my glue tape roller once more and stick everything down. You can see here I'm just using very small amounts because the sewing machine will do the majority of the holding all the pieces together. And then I would like to somehow incorporate these alphabet stickers as I've been using them for all the days so far. I probably won't have enough to do every day. I did get quite a few sets on $1 Wednesday, so I might, but we'll see. So I think I'm going to spell out Grace up here, but first I'm going to take this to my sewing machine so that I can layer the Grace on top of here, but I don't want to stitch it on. Alright, I am back. I have two little bits of stitching here. My biggest tip for layering is to not use too much glue or tape and do lots of stapling and stitching. That just gives it more of a textured look and less so flat. So I just put a little bit of glue on the back to be able to hold that onto the page. Stick that down, and then I'm going to use these alphabet stamps here. Honestly, I'm not feeling these for this page. I feel like it's too much over here, and I don't like how the yellow and the mustard go, and so I don't think I'm going to use this. And this is just all part of the process, is you think you're going to use something, and then you decide it doesn't work, and you pull up a bunch of supplies, and maybe you only use one thing out of that pile. So I'm going to decide not to use those today, but then I will finish this off with my date stamp. I'm just going to use my small date stamp here, ink it up, and then I'm going to put that up here. And there we have it. There is my finished page. I had lots of fun putting this together. Thank you guys for joining me. Let me know again if you're doing 100 Days of Prayer. You can pick it up. I'll leave the link in the description, and I will see you guys soon. Bye!